Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. It is a Thursday morning when Kenya is waiting for the mass action from the Azimio leader Raila Molo Odinga and the people from Azimio. As usual, today is a holiday, and I believe a number of businesses are shut down, especially in Nairobi, the capital city of Kenya, and Kisumu city, because of people have decided anyway, life is becoming so difficult. You know, even if you voted for Azimio, you can attest that life is becoming difficult. Affording basic commodities is becoming a challenge, especially to those people who do not have an income. Even if you have that income, it actually doesn't help you much because commodities are soaring each and every day. Electricity is soaring every month. Tax is soaring. Fuel, that is petrol, is soaring. Kerosene is soaring. Even diesel is soaring. So there is nothing you can say or you can be proud of that, yes, I voted for Kenya Kwanza government and this is what they are doing to me in return. And instead, they are pushing Kenyans to the wall. But then, ladies and gentlemen, as Raila prepares for today's mass action, there are some developments which happened yesterday. And Kenyans are anxious to know what could be cooking behind the scenes. We have seen the photos from both Raila Odinga and Rigathi Gachagua. There's something I'm noticing, Kaka. William Ruto, the heart and the body are willing to engage Raila. But the boys who have not yet finished breastfeeding in William Ruto circle are making, I can say, juvenile decisions and childish stands. I think it has reached a time that William Ruto has been pushed to the wall. Ruto is not the Ruto we knew after the court gave him the presidency. Wakati aliingia mashavu ilikuwa sawa, kitambi ilikuwa poa, kifua ilikuwa imeanza kujaa, jua nguo mzuri kubwa. Lakini siku hizi I saw my president standing and I couldn't believe what could be going on. Stress. Running a government is not that easy. Uniting the country after hotly contested an election is not 1+1. So this thing has really bothered William Ruto. It has stressed him so much. And the people holding William Ruto from engaging Raila Odinga is Rigathi Gachagua and a few Nikombums in government. Now, yesterday, America met Rigathi Gachagua separately, and later on the day, it met Raila Odinga and his entire team. You know, Raila has frontliners. We have Martha Karua, we have Wajakoya, we have Kalonzo Musyoka, we have Jeremiah Kioni, and we have Eugene Wamalwa, and we have Oparanya. These are Raila's frontliners in this mandamano. So, yesterday America met the entire brigade of Raila Odinga and it met separately Rigathi. What could be building? Now, after meeting Rigathi Gachagua, this is what Rigathi posted. This morning, that is yesterday morning, I hosted a delegation from the United States of America led by Senator for Delaware, Christopher Andrew Coons, for consultations. You know, when you see Christopher Andrew, the Delaware senator, just know something is cooking. When you see him, Christopher Andrew is known, is a man in the book in the books of history, is a man not only in the historical books of Africa, but then is a man in the books of the Kenyan history. Andrew Christopher is the man who united Raila Odinga and Mwai Kibaki in 2007. Christopher is the man who united Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga in 2017. The same Christopher is in Kenya when Ruto is the president and Raila Odinga is holding mass action. That tells you something. Kenyans are anxious to know what to be cooking. And Andrew is known as a man of handshakes. Is known as a man who unites opposition and government. He has been doing that. He did it with Kibaki, he did it with Uhuru Kenyatta, and now we are seeing him in Kenya. He was in Kenya yesterday. Now, Rigathi is writing and saying, let me read afresh. This morning, I hosted a delegation from the United States of America, led by the Senator for Delaware, Christopher Andrew Coons, for consultations in further strengthening ties. I want you to be very careful on the words used here, because I will also reading Raila Odinga's post so that we connect the dots, right? I want you to be very, very attentive as I read this post. Once I finish reading this post, you can see Andrew greeting Rigathi Gachagua. You can also Andrew on the other end greeting Raila Odinga. So he's a man of handshakes, and maybe there's something that is cooking on. Who knows? Now I want you to be very attentive as I read this. There are some words I'm going to underline so that the same words used by Rigathi Gachagua are the same words used by Raila Odinga. We want to connect the dots and try to predict what is really cooking as Raila Odinga intensifies the mass action tactics. Listen. Led by Senator for Delaware Christopher Andrew Coons for consultations in further strengthening ties between the two nations, especially in trade, partnership in security, democracy. Now, I want you to mark those two words, security and democracy. In Kenya right now, what is facing us is democracy under test. It's security under test. Only those two. You know, a democratic nation is a nation whereby each and every individual has a right to express himself or herself, regardless of the political affiliations, and is granted that respect from others, either government or opposition. That is a democratic nation. Now, our democracy right now is under test. That's why Rigathi is saying they had consultations on security and democracy. Chukua kalamu, andika those two words chini. Security and democracy. Among other key issues of mutual interest, on behalf of the HE President William Samoei Ruto, I thanked President Joe Biden and the people of the United States through the Senator for being critical partners in development and dealing with a host of challenges, including famine and drought. That is Rigathi Gachagua. Now, back to Raila Odinga's page. Nimekwambia uandike hayo maneno mawili chini. Now, back to Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga's page. Right? Back to Raila Odinga's page. Now, this is what Raila Odinga is also writing after meeting the senator. Had a great meeting this evening. So the senator met Rigathi Gachagua in the morning. The same day, is also meeting Raila Odinga in the evening. That's yesterday evening. Had a great meeting with this evening with the U.S. Senator Christopher Coons and his delegation to discuss political development in our country. We had a fruitful discussion on the importance of upholding the Constitution and the rule of law in all activities. Upholding the rule of law is democracy, because in Kenya, the rule of law says each and every Kenyan has a right to demonstrate and picket. That's the Kenyan Constitution. It allows that. So that is democracy. When the government allows its citizens to freely express themselves, that is democracy. So Raila Odinga is also speaking on democracy as Rigathi Gachagua spoke about democracy. Right? When Raila is saying the importance of upholding the Constitution, the importance of upholding the Constitution means respect each and every individual's rights. Mwai Kibaki once said, democracy is tolerating one another. Regardless of the political stance, we must tolerate one another. When we tolerate one another, then we defend democracy. What we are experiencing now is Raila doesn't want to tolerate William Ruto, and William Ruto doesn't want to tolerate Raila Odinga. When people do that, we lose democracy. William Ruto should uphold the rule of law by respecting the rights of Raila Odinga of constitutionally picketing and demonstrating, and the rule of law in all activities, and agreed to keep the channels of communications open. We open the channels of communication. So when you open channels of communication means Ruto anaweza kuja tuongee, the channels are open. Right? There's somewhere Kenya is driving to. Ulisikia William Ruto akisema in one function, he is ready for positive engagements. Raila is saying he is ready to keep the channels of communications open. Something is built up and there's something that is cooking. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go to the ODM party page. The ODM, this is the party page, and I read the post posted there. Now, Azimio leadership, led by the Right Honorable Raila Odinga, held useful engagements with the US delegation, led by Senator Chris Coons, and extended views on political development in this country. You remember, there was a joint press conference yesterday by the American ambassadors. That's the UK, USA, Nini. They met yesterday and made a joint press statement. And in this press statement, they were requesting that Raila Odinga and William Ruto to sit down and have talks for the sake of this nation, ladies and gentlemen. But I don't see what is too difficult, because Raila is ready to be talked to. But if some demands are met, open the server, lower the cost of living, stop single-handedly appointing the IBC chair, that's IBC commissioners. Those are simple rules that the government needs to adhere to, and then Kenya will be peaceful. So today, I'm going to monitor closely, because the senator is already in the country. Israel talks with Raila Odinga. Israel talks with Rigathi Gachagua. Now, our eyes are on today's protests. Tunataka kugauge how today's protest will go. But mimi nimewambia, there is something that is cooking. Whatever that is cooking, don't ask me. Why? Christopher Andrew is a father of handshakes. He successfully met and united Raila and Kibaki. He successfully united Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga. Will he be successful in uniting Ruto and Raila Odinga? That is the question that we are waiting to see if it would at all be answered. But Kenyans, as mere followers, be prepared. Something is cooking. God bless you. Asanteni sana. See you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you.